or more. So they started a podcast to talk all about it, and 30 and Nerdy was born. Oh, 30 and Nerdy was born. You might hear them chat about shows like The Witcher or movies like Lord of the Rings. And if Josh has to choose, he is loyal to Marvel, while Tyler goes more for DC. Yes, Tyler goes more for DC. Now come, come, one and all, nerd up or shut up, just answer the call to be part of our journey into magical worlds. Join us and cheers to ya nerds. Join us and cheers to ya nerds.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I can tell you. I mean, my wife and I were talking about it. I record a lot of music in our home. I have a tiny little setup. But sometimes when I'm working on that, it's the exact same thing as acting. I don't even know where I am. I mean, suddenly I come out and it's like, oh, I'm at home. You know, it's very, very bizarre. I mean, I literally have walked out of, I have finished doing The Voice of the Beast, and I didn't know where the exit door is. I mean, literally, it's that, you just disassociate because you're completely in that world. Wow. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here. Happy anniversary.
Thank
Another
you.
severance question. It's kind of a two-parter.
Cool.
First of all, was that you whistling the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Yes. That was me whistling for about 24 straight hours. And for the first like 4 or 5 hours, nailed it. I'm telling you, after like the 5th hour, I'm walking down, and nothing was coming out. It was very embarrassing after a while.
I had to dig into my memory about where that song comes from, because I grew up in northern Michigan, and not many people outside that Lake Superior or Great Lakes sphere know that song. And I was going to ask a question about that, but you probably can't tell me anyway. So, Dr. Maurer, go ahead.
No, it's Gordon Lightfoot.
Yes.
And yeah, I know that Ben really loved that song. So.
I'll say Dr. Maurer was just an unnerving person to watch.
Yeah.
Terrifying. I mean,
Yes.
It took whatever Beast had going on, took it to a whole nother level. How is that for you to inhabit such a horrible person and then go home and sleep at night?
Well, okay. So first of all, he doesn't think he's horrible.
No, of course not.
So he can go home and sleep at night. The other thing is, I felt that if I honestly played it, that he was in love with her. So that everything he did, he just was, he was a man, he was a scientist who had never ever felt love before. And this was it. And he did not exactly know how to handle himself. And yet he still had to do these experiments. So, you know, that was something that I fought for and held on to. And I don't even know, you know, half the time I'm not sure we had another director on that particular episode other than Ben. And I'm not even sure if she knew what I was doing. But I didn't care. I mean, to me, the only way that could work is if he was a human being, not a cartoon, not a character. He was really alive. And so that's what I did. You know, and I'm glad it worked for you. I always say I put the creep in creepy.
I'm just curious, what is your favorite line to say as the Beast?
Oh, You know, I usually, when I was first asked that, you know, back in the 90s, and I would just, you know, do Get Out, and I would do it really big. And I learned immediately there were children around, and they'd start crying. And it was like, oh my God, what have I done? So I don't do, that's my favorite line. You know, go ahead and starve. Those are lines, you know, stupid. You know, that you know, those are fun lines. You know, everyone that I write for Carla, I love. She has a song, gosh, what's the name of the last one we did? Yeah, I just keep writing. I mean, we put out at least one a month, at least. Yeah, I only want to think about you. I love that one that she just did. That's really great. And if any of you want to see the little videos and that we make, they're up on YouTube.
I'm also a singer and a songwriter, but I used to play Far Side of a Dream when I was younger.
Oh,
but
that's
it was
nice.
really nice to meet.
That's very cool. Thank you.
What is your favorite Paul Newman story from Harry?
My favorite
Paul Newman story from Harry?
Oh, Paul Newman story? Okay, I'll give you a good one. Paul was an amazing person. He is a great, great man. And he and I had something in common. We love to do pranks. And so in the scene where he's dead and I have to come kiss him, he kept ice in his mouth until right before the take, and so when I kissed him, he was cold. But the worst story, this is terrible. Okay, at the end of the movie, in the final credits, we're on the beach. Me, Ellen Barkin, and we had a little baby. And we had a real baby with us that we were using for the shots. What a lot of people didn't know when we were doing it, oh my goodness, is that, and Paul asked me at a certain time, when he gave me the cue, if I would get up and throw the doll into the ocean. And I did. And people were screaming. It was awful. It was just awful. But that's the kind of thing, you know, when you're making a movie day after day, you know, 14, 16 hours and stuff like that, that's the thing. Those are the kinds of things that some people, like Paul, and myself, but did to keep everyone laughing and thinking it was funny and stuff like that. But that was the worst prank.
All right, don't hold this against me when I come see you at the booth. But when your character viciously throws Gaston off the castle there,
Yes.
you're a big Gaston fan.
Yes, sir.
Gaston. My question is, and I have to know, did he survive when he landed in the river?
You know, Disney would probably want him to survive so he could do another movie. To me, no. But I don't know. You know, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I really don't know.
He has to survive, right?
What do you think he would do? Would he be so embarrassed that he was beaten by the beast that he would hide and run away and go somewhere else, or would he come back even stronger?
Oh, I think he'd come back. His ego is, I mean, that's what makes him Gaston, you know? He'd be back. Yeah. I think.
working at Disney World, I tried to get Belle to go back to him, but she wouldn't give me up. So.
Hey. Hi.
One of my favorite performances that you did was in Death Be Not Proud, when you were Johnny Gunther. And I guess it meant so much to me because I lost my friend when I was 13 to cancer. How did you feel doing that movie, and what motivated you in that character?
Oh, I love that movie. I loved everything about doing that movie. The director fought for me. The network did not want me, and the director went to bat for me. And his name is Donald Rye. He also directed, and I think he wrote Ice Castles, but he also directed Ice Castles. Oh my goodness. I just adored playing that movie. I loved reading the book. It was a very special, good piece of work for everyone, I think. And, you know, there's a funny story. We shot some of that in San Francisco, and we did it at a hospital in San Francisco, and I had my bandages on, and when we broke for lunch, everyone left, and I tried to leave to go to lunch, and the nurses wouldn't let me leave, because they thought I was, but that was very, very special. You know, my own mom can't watch that movie. She saw it once, and it really got to her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. The thing is, you don't have to get dressed up.
I love that.
You know?
I'm dressed up today, but yes.
No, but I mean, you know, it's not like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just really cool. You just go to do your work, and I love that. A while back, the one thing I didn't like, I was doing one thing, I won't say what it is, but they do it so quickly. Like, they'll say line 127, and you'll do line 127. They go, okay, line 128, and it's like, well, I can do 127 better. And they go, oh no, it's fine. You know, it's like, gosh. So that's the only thing. You know, every once in a while, you know, when you get into some cartoon stuff, they just, I mean, it is over before it begins. It's just quick. That was the only thing that wasn't that pleasant, but it is a great job, a really great job.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks.